Hey, it's Saralyn, and today I want to give you a core workout that you can do in the first 10 weeks of your pregnancy that will make you feel like you are doing something great for your body, giving you a little bit of spinal mobility, utilizing those abdominal muscles while you still can, and really teaching your body how to support the weight of your baby as you get bigger. Now, as always, please talk to your doctor before doing any of these workouts. Make sure that you are cleared to exercise. Make sure that you're cleared to do some simple core work. And of course, once your doctor says not to lie on your back anymore or not to lie supine, you will want to avoid some of these exercises altogether. Some of these exercises are suitable as you go through your pregnancy, but many of them are not. So listen to your body. Make sure that you are really paying attention to the signals your body is giving you. If you feel any kind of overstretching or pulling or anything that feels at all slightly uncomfortable or painful, of course, please stop. Doubt means don't. So if you think that this is a bad idea for your body, then proceed with caution, ask your doctor first, stop what you're doing immediately in terms of the exercise, but then go to your doctor and see if it's okay. If they give you the clearance, then go ahead and do it with caution. If they tell you not to, then please stop. Okay? So I have a pillow here. Actually, it's a towel that I folded a couple times. You're going to need this probably to put under your head, especially as your body grows and changes. You're going to notice that certain things are more foreign to you in terms of your posture. So for instance, as you get bigger, you might notice that you have certain postural habits that are being emphasized, like an anterior tilt in your pelvis, or you might round your shoulders forward a little bit more because of the added weight in the front of your body. It's hard for you to hold your body upright and strong and tall. We of course want to be able to stand tall and be strong throughout the pregnancy as best as we can, and these exercises will help you do that. But if you need a little bit of assistance by putting your head on a cushion or a pillow that's about 1 to 3 inches in thickness, then please, by all means, do that. We want to make sure that you're comfortable. The second thing you might use this for is if we're doing a seated exercise and you're sitting up tall with a straight back. If you feel any kind of pulling or tugging in the hip flexors, getting up a little bit higher off the floor should help that. All right, so I'll remind you when to use this if you need to. And for now, let's get started. I'm going to have you lie on your back because, of course, in the first 10 weeks, you should still be okay to lie on your back unless your doctor has told you otherwise. So we're going to go ahead and lie down with your head at one end of the mat and your feet at the other. Now, from here, I want you to turn your palms over to face the ceiling, opening up the shoulder. From there, try to slide the shoulders back and down a little bit so you feel the shoulder blades coming together as if you're sliding them into the back pockets of your jeans. You're going to start with your knees bent and hip distance apart. And the first thing I want to do are some leg slides. Before we do the leg slides, let's try to find where neutral is in the pelvis. Neutral is where you ideally want to be holding your pelvis when you're standing and walking around on a daily basis. Neutral is your 2 hip bones and your pubic bone, those 3 points in the same plane. So if you take your hands and make a triangle, place the heel of your hands on the hip bones and place your fingertips down on the pubic bone, and then look down, they should be flat. Your hands, so your thumbs and your fingertips should be about at the same height. Now, when we're doing some of these exercises, if you lift your legs in the air, you'll hear me use the term imprint or tail curl or supported pelvis in order to get you into a more posteriorly tipped position of the pelvis that helps you to engage your abdominals, slides the ribs and hips closer together, and gives you a Pilates scoop. Now, for those of you who've done Pilates before, you know that scoop probably pretty well. And if you're like me, pregnancy is throwing you for a little bit of a loop because you really can't probably scoop your belly in. It's very, very difficult when you're pregnant and growing day by day to feel like you can pull your belly button into your spine. That's okay. I want you to know that I'm not actually looking for a scooped out torso or midsection. Instead, what you want is to pull the belly button in and feel like your baby is coming in closer to your spine and your hips and ribs are sliding closer together. Okay, now in this position, like I said, we're going to do things with our legs in the air. For now, let's go back to neutral position, flat pelvis, Neutral is still active, and we're going to begin with breathing. So very simple. I want you to take a nice deep inhale through your nose and an exhale through your mouth. Try to breathe as deep as you can. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Now, as you inhale through the nose, send that breath to the very bottom of your rib cage. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth and knit those ribs together as best as you can. Inhale again, breathing into the back and sides of your ribs this time. Exhale through the mouth, pulling the belly button in. Now, inhale again through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, and try to pull the sides of your stomach in towards the middle of the body at the same time. So it's as if you're trying to pull your two hip bones towards the center of your body. You should feel your abdominals engage, and that muscle is called your transversus. Your transversus abdominis. Let's do that again. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Now, one more thing we're going to add to that. In addition to that transverse abdominis, I want you to find your pelvic floor muscles. Those muscles that sit in the bottom of your pelvis, inside your pelvis. So it's really the muscles of your vaginal wall, as well as the muscles in the anus and around the back of your pelvis. You will inhale, and when you exhale, try to tighten those pelvic floor muscles at the same time that you're pulling the transverse abdominis in and together. Let's try 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. It's the same as doing a Kegel. Inhale again. Exhale. Now, I want you to try to breathe like that throughout this core workout. Now, inhale again. Exhale, slide your right leg away, engaging through the pelvic floor and the belly button, and baby pulls into your spine. Inhale, slide your leg back up. Try the other side. Exhale. As you're doing this, try not to move your pelvis at all. Make sure that your leg is not pulling your pelvis forward, but instead you're keeping that neutral position in the pelvis. Exhale, left leg. Inhale up. Exhale right. Inhale up. One more. Exhale left. Inhale up. Now you should feel that abdominal contraction emphasize or grow deeper as your leg goes out. Okay? Next, some pelvic tilts. We're still warming up. You're going to start with a neutral spine, neutral pelvis, feet hip distance apart. Inhale. Exhale. Tilt the pelvis back into that posterior scooped position that I mentioned to you before. Inhale back to neutral. Exhale. Inhale to neutral. Exhale. Do your Kegels. Inhale to neutral. Exhale. I see I have a visitor. This is what happens when you film in your home. Inhale to neutral. Exhale. One more time. Inhale to neutral. And then exhale to scoop and tail curl back into that posterior position. And we're going to go into some leg lifts from here. So hold that tail curl. I want you to inhale. If you start feeling a little bit of tension in your shoulders, take the pillow or towel and place it behind your head. Inhale again. Exhale, lift the right leg to a 90-degree angle. We call this tabletop. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale, lift the left leg. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale, lift the right. And down. Exhale, lift the left. Now, it should be noted that when you lift your right leg and your left leg, you want to make sure that you're not creating that tilt in your pelvis by curling the tailbone and tucking from your butt. It's not the muscles of your glutes and butt that are doing the work. It's the muscles of your stomach. So you're using your obliques to create that tail curl, which should then allow you to lift your leg. Go back to your neutral position, and I want you to keep your feet hip distance apart for our next exercise, which is hip rolls. We're going to start from a neutral inhale. Exhale, curl the tailbone again. Now you start to fire through the glutes. Press down through the feet. Roll one vertebrae at a time off the ground until you reach your shoulders. Open across the shoulder blades. Inhale. Exhale, slowly soften through the breastbone, soften through the rib cage, soften through the belly, and roll down one vertebrae at a time all the way to neutral. Inhale again. Exhale, curl the tailbone, pull the belly button in, rolling up one vertebrae at a time, all the way up to the top. When you get to the top, inhale. Feel as if you're reaching long through the tailbone and long through the thighs. Exhale, roll back down, soften the collarbone, soften the breastbone, soften the ribs, soften the belly. Feel your spine melting into the mat one vertebrae at a time, and we do it one more time. Inhale. Exhale, pulling the belly in. I like to keep the hands facing up so that you keep your shoulders nice and wide across the mat. Inhale, that's especially true for all us pregnant ladies. Inhale at the top. Exhale as you slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. Okay, now, once you're up there this time, I'm going to have you add a challenge to the legs. So we should really be feeling the legs and the hamstrings and glutes especially working, and then also using the abdominals to hold the pelvis in place. Inhale from here. Exhale, roll it up. Pull the belly button in. Come all the way up to the top. Inhale from here. Exhale, I want you to, first of all, if you need to scoot your legs in, you can. Exhale to lift one leg to tabletop from that position, trying not to change the length of your waist or the levelness of your pelvis. Bring it back down. Try the right. Exhale, lift. Try to keep your hips nice and equal. Keep the pubic bone slightly higher than the hip bones because we're in a diagonal line here. Right leg up and down. Left leg up and down. Last time. Exhale and down. Inhale from here. Exhale, soften through the chest, soften through the belly. Roll your way down all the way. And we're going to bring the hands behind the head and start with some ab preps. So your feet are together. Pelvis comes back to neutral. I want you to take your elbows and use an exhale to hug them forward slightly. Lengthen through the back of your neck. Inhale. Exhale, curl the head, shoulders up off the mat. Inhale to hold. Exhale to lower back down. Inhale again. Exhale, curling up. Now, before you actually lift off the mat, think about that abdominal contraction pulling in from the sides of the body, so for the transverse abdominis, as well as the kegel, before you lift. Because once you get up there, it's going to be much harder to tighten. I want you to do it before you lift. Inhale from here. Tighten the belly. Slide the ribs down, kegel, and then lift yourself up. Inhale to hold. Exhale to lower back down. Notice that I'm only lifting up to the bottom rib. I'm not actually tilting the pelvis at all, and not any of my lower back is getting involved. It's really just the upper abdominals doing the work here, as well as the transversus and obliques. Exhale. And down. One more time. Exhale. Now, take your hands down by your side. Let's do this with the arms down. It's a little less support for your neck. Inhale, nod your chin. Exhale, curl the head and shoulders up. Inhale, exhale down. Inhale, tighten the belly. Pull the kegel contraction in nice and tight. Lift up. Breathe in, lower back down. Try not to let your head curl too much, so you don't want to jam your chin into your chest. You also, likewise, do not want to push your head forward. Instead, nod your chin before you begin. Curl up. Think about your ears reaching up and back that way as you stay in this curl. And come back down. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale down. From here, we're going to go into toe taps. Arms are going to come down by your side. They already are. But let's flip them up. Again, shoulders slide down. And for this one, I'm actually going to place my head on the cushion because I do find that as I go a little further along in my pregnancy, it becomes harder for me to keep the strength of my pelvic tilt, my scoop. And now that my legs are going to go up in the air, I notice that once my legs go up, if I'm really trying hard to keep that pelvic scoop, I notice tension in my neck and shoulders. This is not something that I noticed when I was not pregnant. It's not something that normally happened to me. So this is one of the changes that I've had to deal with in my body, just like you're going to have to deal with changes in yours. I want you to really become aware of what's happening in your body so that you can go through this pregnancy very educated, very informed, and very aware of how your body's changing. It's all a miracle. So let's start from here. Curl the tailbone, lift your legs to tabletop. Inhale from here, and as you exhale, one leg comes down. Inhale up. Exhale, other leg down. Now you really want to notice if your hips are rocking forward with the legs. If this starts to happen, that's no good for your back or your stomach, in fact, and so you're not going to get the benefit of the exercise. I want you to curl the tailbone. Find that scoop, or as close to it as you can. Pull the baby into your belly and lift the legs again. Let's do 8 from here. So we exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. This is 4. Notice that every time I exhale, I'm trying to knit the ribs as best as I can. This is a great ab exercise for you to do in the beginning of the pregnancy when you're able to lie on your back. As long as you feel no pulling, and again, you can always modify this. You don't need to go all the way down with your foot. Go to halfway. But it's great while you're able to lie on your back. One more. Last one. Let's give the knees a big hug into the chest. You're going to notice a nice stretch for the hips and probably the lower back too. And next we're going to add those 2 exercises together. So we're going to go back to the ab prep with the legs and tabletop. We'll do 5 of those first, and then we're going to do, we'll try to do some double leg toe taps. So hands come behind your head, legs come to tabletop, scoop that belly in, wrap the elbows up as if you're pushing up against something with those elbows. Inhale, lengthen through the neck. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower down. You may have noticed I just adjusted my neck. Curl up again. You want to be careful not to push the head forward. So lengthen back as if you're pushing your head into your hands. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now, I want you to come up and hold it there. And we're going to add some toe taps. You may notice that just holding tabletop feels like an exercise for your stomach. That's a good thing. We want to keep your stomach working in a way that supports the weight of your legs. If you need to take a break, please do. Inhale here. Exhale, curl up. Hold and breathe in. Exhale, lower your legs. Inhale, bring them up. Now, if you can't go all the way down, please don't. Modify it. You can also go back to one leg at a time. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, one more. Exhale. Inhale, and bring it all the way down. Excellent job. Next, let's move the spine a little bit and get into the roll-up. So, when I found out I was pregnant, I have worked with enough prenatal clients to know that there's going to be a lot of changes and a lot of things that I wouldn't be able to do as the pregnancy progresses. One of the things that I can still do is the roll-up, and it makes me so happy because it allows my spine to move. And as I get bigger, I know my spine is not going to have as much freedom or mobility. And so I like to take the opportunity to move my spine as much as possible now while I still have that ability. Take the arms over the head. Here's what we're going to do. Half roll up first. Inhale as you bring the arms forward, flexing through the feet, pulling the inner thighs together. Nod your chin. Exhale, roll halfway up to here. Inhale to hold. Exhale as you lower all the way back down. We'll do that again. Inhale, arms start to come up. Exhale. Inhale to hold. Exhale as you lower all the way down. This is Quinn, by the way. Inhale again. Exhale, curling up. Inhale to hold. And exhale down. Now, we're going to try rolling all the way up. Inhale, arms come forward, not through the chin. Exhale, start to roll up one vertebrae at a time, rounding through the spine. Come all the way up to the sits bones, scoop the belly in, and round forward. Inhale from here, curl the tailbone, slide the shoulders down your back, and roll all the way back down. Now, if you're unable to get up, you can always put your feet under something, like under the couch here would be a great opportunity. Or bend your knees slightly. Use your hands to help you walk your way up using your thighs. All right, let's do 3 more. Take your time and really allow each and every vertebrae to bend. And I want you to really reach up through those fingertips, because that sense of reach through the underarm will help you get a little bit more pull into the abdominals and help you get up off the mat. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, reaching long through the arms, pulling the belly button in. Round forward. You can bend your knees if you need to. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale again. Exhale, all the way up. This time, pull your belly button in. If you can, grab for your feet, separate your legs. Let's get a little bit of a hamstring stretch here. I want you to try and lengthen through your lower back. If you need to bend your knees, that's okay. Lengthen and lift the belly up your thighs. Breathing in. Straighten the legs if you can. And then bring yourself all the way up. We're going to try an easy version of the spine twist next. Now, after about 10 weeks, I don't want you to be twisting anymore, unless your doctor says it's okay. Twisting, in some research studies, has been shown to cause diastasis rectus, or the splitting of the abdominal wall. So, make sure that you clear it with your doctor if you are going to do anything like Pilates or yoga in your pregnancy, and ask them what they know about twisting and what they think, okay? So for now, considering you're in the first 10 weeks, let's give it a shot and we'll do something really, really low key. So your legs come together. If this is uncomfortable for you, grab the towel and sit on it, okay? We're gonna start with your hands down by your side. Inhale. Exhale, slightly twist to the left. She's too cute. Inhale, hold. Exhale, come back to center. And then twist to the right. We're gonna just try warming up the spine first by leaving the arms down. We'll get into the full exercise in just a minute. Warm up the spine one way, and then to the next. Now, I want you to come back to center. We're going to do this with the hands in, and the reason we're going to do that is to really open up through the chest, get some more work in the rhomboids and the middle traps. Inhale to grow nice and tall on those sits bones. Exhale as you twist. 1, 2, 3. Inhale to center. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. If you would like to, you can separate your legs. Exhale, 1, 2, and 3. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the right. 1, 2, 3, and 1 more on each side. Exhale, right, left, 2, 3. Last time, and right, 2, 3. Back to center. Next, we're going to do a little half roll back. I'm going to show you what this one is like when you're sitting on something, because for many people, as they start getting bigger in pregnancy and a little tighter in certain joints, like the hips, this exercise becomes kind of uncomfortable. So, you're going to sit on the cushion. And I want you to start with your legs hip distance apart and the knees bent. We're going to start by, let's hold behind the knees actually, inhaling, and I want you to exhale just to round your spine, holding onto your legs, and I'll need to come forward so I don't roll off. And then inhale to lengthen back up. And let's do that again. Exhale, round the spine. And I want you to find that abdominal connection we talked about, pulling in from the sides of the belly and the kegel, and then inhale to lift back up. Try it again. Exhale. Inhale back up. Now let's make that a little harder. I'm going to take the cushion out for this one. Inhale, sit tall with the arms out in front of you. Exhale. Belly pulls in first. Remember, you always want to start engaging those muscles before you move. Inhale to hold. Exhale, lifting back up. Now you can turn your thumbs to the ceiling if you start to feel like your arms are turning in and your shoulders are closing off. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, pull the belly button in. Try to keep the feet anchored on the floor. Inhale to hold. Exhale to lift back up. resist gravity here. You're not trying to just roll and slouch, right? Instead, what I want you to do is round and lengthen the spine as you go back. Inhale, hold. Exhale, get tall. One more time. Exhale, rolling back. Inhale to hold. Exhale, rolling up. Now, scoot yourself forward. We're going to take that and turn it into rolling like a ball. Again, this is something that as you get bigger, you're probably not going to be able to do very easily. So while you have the opportunity and it gives you a nice back massage, let's do it. Let's make it happen, okay? So you're going to take your hands, put them on your shins. Because your belly is probably getting a little bigger, we're going to let the legs widen a bit here. Oftentimes this exercise is done with the legs together, but there's no reason why we can't do it here. I want you to hug your arms around your shins. Slide the shoulders down your back. Roll back into that little posterior tilt that you had. Now hold this position for a minute and let's just breathe here 3 times. I want you to inhale, and on your exhale, Kegel contraction, belly button pulls into the spine, baby pulls away from the legs, and you round your lower back. Inhale. Exhale, do that again. Inhale. Exhale. See how deep you can make that muscle, those muscles in your stomach work. Inhale, one more. Hug the elbows in. Exhale. Now, that's the initiation of your rounding back or rolling back. So in rolling like a ball, one of the most common mistakes is people throw their head back to get their momentum. But it's not about momentum and it's not about your head. It's about the curl of your spine. It's about the curl of your tailbone. So we're trying to curl the tailbone all the way up towards the feet in order to round the spine and roll back. So balance again. Find your balance here. Squeeze your feet together. Squeeze your elbows into your thighs. Pull the belly button in, look down at your lap. Inhale, curl the tailbone as much as you can until you roll, and then come back up and balance. Try that again. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Slide the shoulders down, inhale. Try not to swing the legs. Let's do 3 more. Inhale. 2 more. 1 more. Make your belly deepen as you go back. Now, I'm going to roll your way back down again, 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way to the mat. Take your arms over your head for a moment, stretch it out. Now from here, because I want to give you a little bit of a extension to balance out what we're doing on the spine, I want you to bring your arms down by your side, slide the shoulders down, inhale, and as you exhale, bend your elbows slightly, pushing your elbows into the mat, and lift your chest. Try not to push too hard into your head as you do that.